Welcome to the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast. Join us around the pit as we talk all things barbecue. Now here is your host, Johnny Maggs.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, episode 385, coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Barnstead, New Hampshire. It's the podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. Always appreciate each and every one of yous. We had, we had our brother Kevin Hernandez from My Pits Are Burning jumping in there, number one. Gav, what's happening? Matt Pereira, Steve Panzer, what's happening? Joe's Meat Market, what's up? Dirty Smoke, what is going on? Saying, what's up, my dog, Eddy? Guys, thank you for tuning in. We're going to have a good old time. I've been wanting to get in touch with Eddy and hear his story for a while now. Like I said, I've had my list, and it's starting to dwindle, and we're getting through. And, you know, Eddy's been on for a while, but we finally made it happening. So let's get rolling. Tonight's episode brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. You know, guys, what can I say? Uncle Steve Shake. Everybody loves Uncle Steve. Takes pride in everything he does. Always small batch. He wears all the hats, mixing the shake, bottling, labeling, shipping, receiving, emails, phone calls. You hit that email, he will email you back. You got a question on the phone, he's the one answering the phone call. Incredible guy, like I said. Give you a shirt off his back, always fresh. Now, next week's Thanksgiving. He's got a little special running right now. You know, are you looking for like an old school classic turkey? Go with the original. Bold Cajun turkey, not really spicy. Use the Texas Cajun. Flavorful Tex-Mex, West Coast shake. South of the border with a kick of jalapeno, Mi Amigo shake. Italian turkey, pizza shake, and he says trust him. Smoky, full-flavored, award-winning turkey, bird shake, and you can kick it up a little bit with gator shake, smoke bomb, sweet and spicy, anything your heart desires. So place your orders, get them for Thanksgiving. And here's where the fun part comes in. We all like dessert on Thanksgiving. So in the comment section or instruction section, mention Happy Thanksgiving or Happy Birthday, and you will receive a free bottle of sweet dessert shake with your order. So Happy Thanksgiving or Happy Birthday, Uncle Steve, because I'm not being the one to tell you this, but his birthday actually falls on Thanksgiving this year. Just saying. You didn't hear it from me, but check him out at UncleSteveShake.com. Also follow along on Facebook at Uncle Steve Shake Nation for all the latest and greatest in the world of shake. Uncle Steve Shake, shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the diamond of Roy City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an amazing job. Protein selection is phenomenal. You need a specific cut or thickness, he's got you covered. You're looking for something he might not carry, he'll work with you to get it in. Make what you're trying to grill up, smoke, or special occasion happen. For fresh produce brought in daily. For all us backyard barbecuers and competition cooks, he's got all of us covered too. Lines of rubs, seasonings, sausages, injections, marinades. The house brand of seasonings, the Joe's Meat Market line. Smoky wood products, splits, chips, chunks, chips, the whole 9. And while you're there, you're feeling a little hungry, he's got you covered too. Gabriel's mom's behind the counter whipping up some of the freshest cuisine out there. So grab a plate, grab a bowl, have a seat with the boys, make a new friend in this wonderful thing we call barbecue. And like I said, if you're ever in the Royce City area, swing on by Joe's Meat Market and tell them Mag sent you. And remember, Joe's Meat Market for the win. Let's see here. Who did I leave off with? Oh, Jeff Costa, Waypoint Barbecue. What's up, brother? Steven Lozano, what's happening? Triple Threat Vets podcast. What is going on, Ty? Guys, check out producer Ty from the Smoking Gooder show. He has his own podcast, the Triple Threat Vets podcast. They always speak every week with veterans and talk about different things in the military world. Very informative podcast. Show them some support. They're doing some great things out there. Larry Vaughn, afternoon from South Jersey. Junior, what's happening? And Jared F1129. What's up, Johnny? How did I know you were definitely going to be in the chat this evening? Because I have to eat my hat. Jen Lee, what's happening? Lewis Trumpet Master, Brian Fox, what's up? Pat Cullen, what's happening? Oh, guys, let's get into it with today's guest. An incredible, fantastic, strong cook in the competition world. Numerous grand champions, including the San Antonio Rodeo last year. Podcast host, sits in with Rob from Smoking Gooder show. Believe he can do a couple things with construction here and there too. And we're going to find out what else he's got going on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the pit father himself, Mr. Eddy Morales. Eddy, what's up, brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm good. Thank you, man, for taking the time to join me, man.
Man, absolutely, bro. Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, we're going to have a good old time. Buddy Northrup, what's going on? Daddy Dutch, what's happening? Chris, Eastwind Farms, what's going on? All right, Eddy, my first question, I know I said offline I usually ask one question, but I forgot about this one, so I got to ask you two. What's your thoughts on French onion soup?
French onion soup? Man, it's not the worst thing I've ever ate. I mean, I've had some good French onion soup. Man, I've had some bad French onion soup. I usually won't order it, man. If somebody does, I'll try it, but it ain't for me.
I hear you. Now, the other second part of this was, would you consider French onion soup part of a Thanksgiving dinner?
I think, man, for those who like it, yeah, I think so.
Okay. So this weekend, I had the opportunity and, blessed with heading down to Rhode Island and hanging out and helping the boys from Waypoint Barbecue. And Chef Jared, he was insistent on making onion soup. And Jeff and I were in agreement that, no, it's wrong. You don't have it. So I got down there, and as soon as it was done, Jared came running out with a bowl, and I had it. So here I am, live on the show, eating my fucking hat and my pride and tucking my tail between my legs and all this, whatever else you want to put on it. It was some damn good French onion soup. And I'm not an onion guy. I don't like onions,
Man, I love me some onion.
but certain things, I cook with onions all the time, but I'll sit there and I will pick them out. It's just a brain thing I got as a kid. But
Yeah.
go to the ball game and get a sausage, pepper, and onion. No problem. I'll eat them all day long.
Man, I love me
But
some onions. And on the French onion soup, man, if you're gonna if I'm gonna try it, it's gonna be just the top layer, right? With usually like melted cheese or whatever.
Yep.
That's the best part.
Oh, 100%.
I ain't gonna go all the way to the bottom, but man, I'll eat the top.
100%, 100%. But yet, Jared, here you are. We're live right now that your onion soup is absolutely tremendous. And it was the correct decision to have at the Friendsgiving at the brewery this past weekend. So my hat's off to you, sir. I told you if I was wrong, I would admit it. I would admit it publicly, and I can't admit it more publicly than right here. And there it is. There it is. Thank you, Johnny. Love you, brother. No, Jared, that was some that was kick-ass onion soup. And never mind, and I don't have enough time this evening to get into the stuffing. That's a whole nother episode on its own. But man, he crushed it. All right, now that we got that done, and I will be harassed all day from Jared and Jeff tomorrow about that, but I pay my debts, boys.
There you go.
But Eddie, now the main one question, like I said, tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, and when did you start when did your barbecue journey begin?
Well, my name is Eddy Morales. I go by the Pit Father Barbecue from Austin, Texas. And man, I started in 2017. That's when I did my very first contest. My buddy that I play pool with, I play league pool too. So one of my buddies was always inviting me to to come hang out at cook-offs, and I'm like, I never went till finally one time he said, man, there's one here in town, come hang out Friday night or whatever. So I went and hung out, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And I asked him, I said, can anybody do this, or do you have to have a restaurant or a food truck? Because he had a food trailer. He was like, no, man, anybody could enter these. And in my head, man, I'm a badass barbecue guy, right? Because I cook at home. So the next one that was close by, he said, man, there's one, coming up in Driftwood. So which is, man, 20 minutes from my house. So I signed up for it, and man, I don't know where I landed because I didn't get my tickets called. Right. But man, after that, man, I cooked in this cabinet smoker that my dad had since before I was born. You know what I mean? Big old heavy. I mean, I took that, and man, that's it. That's all I had, that and a table. I cooked a select brisket. I had no idea what I was doing. I just cooked what I cook at home. And man, that next Monday I went and I bought this big old pit. I mean, it was a huge. It's on a trailer, right? It has two 250-gallon tanks on it, and I'm like, all right, here I come, and
yeah.
Obviously, man, that big old pit for 2 racks of ribs and a brisket was a little overkill, but man, that's how it started, and then I was hooked after that.
Yeah. You got it in, and so you're a younger guy. So what age were you back in 17 when you started?
When I first started, I was 26.
26. Okay, mid-20s. I didn't start till about 17, 18 myself. I didn't start competing until 22. But I got into it later in the game, sitting around watching barbecue pit masters on TV, going, something. I bet I could fucking do that.
Man, and I always liked to cook. You know what I mean? At home.
Yeah.
When I was little, I'd help my mom when I was growing up, and my dad when he would grill. I would be out there, flipping the fajitas or whatever. So, man, I always had, inclination to cooking, but not at the level that I'm at today. You know what I mean? It was just like, man, I
Oh
always
God,
liked
yeah,
cooking though.
yeah,
So, man, it started off like with the whole barbecue thing was just, Thanksgiving started smoking turkey. I smoked a turkey one time and everybody thought it was great. And then started, practicing on ribs. My dad used to make these smoked badass ribs, and one time I said, man, can you make these ribs? And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. Whatever. I get off work late. And it was just never a good time because you know how it is now to do some ribs, just to do them at home.
yeah.
So I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna go and buy me a rack of ribs and I'm gonna do it myself. And I charred the shit out of them. I mean, I destroyed them. You know what I mean? Man,
Oh yeah,
but man, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. This was a Friday night, so Saturday I go back to the store, get another rack of ribs, do it again, burn them again, and then I just keep doing ribs and ribs and ribs and ribs, until finally, like, fucking ribs are money, and I mastered
yep.
these ribs, and now every time it's like, hey, make some ribs, So, and then I started practicing on other shit, burned a bunch of briskets too. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where it goes, or how it went.
Yep. Well, Brian Fox, actually, that's a great question because I was actually wondering that, Eddie, what happened to all the awards in the background? Have we moved offices?
Man, yeah, no, we didn't move. It's the same one, but I was redoing it. So I took everything off the walls, painted it. I mean, y'all couldn't see what I could see in this room, right? So whenever I was on the show, y'all could only see this much. I mean, you could not walk through here. Every day I'd have to make room to walk in and out. I mean, it was just shit everywhere. So took everything out and put a fresh coat of paint on it, putting some shelves up, and I'm gonna redo it. I just haven't had time, man. I've been busy with work and traveling, but I'll get to it eventually.
Nice. Yep. No, because you had a nice little backdrop there of
I made sure
a few
that's all
quotes.
y'all saw.
Hey, you over your shoulder there, you can still see a couple big checks there.
Yeah,
Those
right.
are always nice to have. Yep.
Empty boxes now and a bunch of shit. I mean, we just start stacking shit in here. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
but yeah,
No.
eventually it'll look good.
Yeah. then, buddy, because you weren't flipping the briskets back then.
Man, I wouldn't. Man, I was putting them briskets on at like 11 at night, right, and just cooking them all the way to the morning. I didn't sleep, drank all night. Oh, it was terrible. And then when I see people do that, when I see people do that today, I'm like, holy shit, y'all are crazy. I don't wake up till like 6:30 in the morning now to start my brisket, So it's come a long way.
No, absolutely. Hood drip sauce, David. What's up, brother? We got to catch up, man. It's been too long. Say something here. What's up, brother? Lep, what's happened? Brian Fox, stacking trophies and cashing checks. You know it, brother. Okay, Daddy Dutch, got to be the smart ass. Mags, how did Eddie enjoy our Midwest and East Coast weather last Sunday?
Man, I loved it. Like I told you earlier, man, we don't get much cold, right? So, man, it was pretty fucking cold. So, man, inside my trailer, it felt great. My heater was on. Man, it was great. I loved it. Awards, man, it kind of sucked. Awards kind of sucked.
Yeah, I saw everybody bundled up, and even I was talking to Dutch, and he goes, Mags, it is cold, brother. It is cold.
I forgot I had fucking toes, bro. I couldn't feel those motherfuckers.
Yep. Then, buddy Mags, we got to get Eddie up north. Absolutely. The dates are out, man. We got the first 4. We got a possible 5th CBA.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it.
Going into, I believe tomorrow's the meeting. I don't know if Matt Pereira is still awake. He can confirm because he's the one taking the meeting. But yeah, the Triple Crown dates and the Rhode Island State Championship, which is your last auto chance to get to this year's Jack. So all those dates are already booked.
Yeah.
So
I plan
you
on
know,
man, I plan on doing it this year. I couldn't do it last year. I almost did, but I had too much stuff going on with work. I couldn't couldn't be gone that long, you know.
oh no, absolutely. And Matt saying, "Yep, tomorrow is the meeting." So there's a potential fifth coming down the line.
Fuck yeah.
So we'll go back to the early days, because
Yeah.
I brought up something. And have you ever heard of a team called Double Stacking Barbecue?
Man, never heard of him. Never heard of her. Yeah. So, all right. So my first team name, which when I did the first contest, I went with my best friend. Right, his name's Ali Castro. So we're like, man, we need a team name. What do we sign up as? And his wife was like, E&A Barbecue. I'm like, Eddie and Ali, right? I'm like, man, sure, whatever. So we signed up as that. And then, like I said, I got that pit that following Monday. I drove
Mhm.
to where Waco or something to go pick up this pit. Paid $3,600 for it. It's a badass pit, but it's not for competition, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, it has those two side by side 250-gallon tanks. Well, it has two big old 8-inch stacks. Right. So, like, man, I need to come up with a team name. Like, thinking of all this stuff, and finally, it's like, double stack barbecue, double stacking. And I grew up in this rough part of Austin called Dove Springs, and there was a gas station up the hill, and they have T-shirts, right? And in the T-shirts, it's the sign of the neighborhood, and then it says "We packing and still stacking."
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, that's where I took the stacking from. So double stacking barbecue, and I only did like 3 contests with that, So
Yeah.
um, that's where that came from.
Yeah, and our boy Braden, he had texted me a couple questions, and one of them was, which is the segue from double stacking to how did the Pit Father barbecue come about?
Um, so man, obviously, The Godfather, right? Man, I love Godfather movies, and it just, man, one night I was just watching the movies with my wife, and The Godfather, and I wanted to use the font because I love the font, right? It looks
Yeah,
pretty cool, but I didn't want to do the whole, the strings and all that. So
puppet strings. Yeah,
yeah, I'm like, just thinking, I'm like, man, the Pit Father, that sounds pretty cool. And I don't remember how many other things came to my head with, the something father, but the Pit Father came up, and then I actually I drew my own logo, right? So I took the T and I drew it out with the knife, and the P with the cleaver, So yeah, man, the Pit Father. Originally it was just the Pit Father, and then I added the BBQ later on.
yeah,
So, but yeah, it came from the movies, and
nice.
so, and I'm trying to. That's why the the seasoning, right? The brisket vendetta, you know, the vendetta part of
Vendetta. Yeah,
yeah, and then the new one is the covenant dust. So dust, you know, you know,
yep,
the dust we're
yep,
talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to keep everything kind of the Pit Father or the Godfather themed.
yeah.
So
Nice, nice.
that's
Yeah,
kind of how I mean, and nothing crazy with that one. It was just the movie. Yeah,
just a movie. You
just the
know,
movie.
it's Aces. It's one of the greatest of all time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, but yeah, we're gonna get into the rubs in a little later.
Yeah.
But well, like you said, you had the first one you bought that the dual 250s. What have you had, I guess, over the years, and what are you currently is sitting on the rig as we speak?
Okay. So, like I said, that first pit that I cooked on was, my dad's barbecue pit that he had in the backyard for forever since I can remember. So that wasn't mine. I went and bought that double, you know, 500 gallons worth of cooking space. I bought that, and I still have it, and I use it whenever some, a big event or something that I got to cook a bunch of briskets. Man, I can cook 20 briskets on that thing easy. So I did maybe one or two competitions with that. Obviously, that's not meant for competition. So then I built my own drum, with the 55-gallon, drum, and so I had a regular Weber kettle, 18-inch Weber Smoky Mountain, and then that homemade drum. That's what I started cooking consistently with for, man, almost a year and a half, maybe. So my first grand champion was 2008, 18 or 19. With that, a homemade drum, a Weber kettle, and a Weber Smoky Mountain 18-inch. So I cooked on that, and then I met, 2019, late 2019, I met this guy named James Brooks. I don't know if you've heard of him. So I met James Brooks at a cook-off in Leander. And he came up, he's like, hey, started talking or whatever. He's like, man, I've been following you. You've been killing it. Man, I want to sponsor you. And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, man, whatever. I'm down. That's awesome. And I thought he was going to give me one drum or, and I knew who he was. I've heard of him. I've seen his stuff, and I thought he was going to give me one drum. Well, he's like, man, I got the, what color do you want or whatever. So I told him, and then he's like, all right, well, I got them ready for you. So I get there, and it's 3 brand new drums. All right. And I'm like, dang, dude, how much do I owe you? He's like, bro, I got you. Don't worry about it. Just cook on them. And I'm like, you want to post? Like, what do you want me to do? He's like, I don't want you to do anything. Just cook on them. Like, you sure? Like, I'll pay for. These seem expensive, dude. And he's like, no, man, I told you. If I tell you, I got you. So, man, anyways, me and James became like really close. That's one of my best friends, and so I cooked on his drums for, man, probably like 2 years. And 2022, maybe, I still cooked on the drums. So then I cooked on one drum of his, and he actually sponsored me a Jambo.
Okay.
So he's like, man, I'm gonna get you. Then I started growing on social media or whatever. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna start posting your drums and trying to get. So he started selling drums, and I was starting to get people to buy drums from him. So he's like, man, I'm gonna get this Jambo. He's like, man, I'll sponsor you it. You cook on it. It's yours. I'm like, you sure? He's like, dude, I've sold so many drums. I'm like, bro, you're doing, you know what I mean? You're doing way too much for me. He's like, bro, you're my boy. I told you. He kind of got mad. He's like, bro, if I told you, if I got you, I got you. Stop fucking asking me to pay me for shit. And I'm like, fuck. So anyways, I cooked on that Jambo. That's the one that I had on my trailer. I cooked on it for, man, like 2 years. And then it just, I hate that fucking thing. I just started hating it like with a passion. It just wasn't cooking like I wanted it to. And so, man, anyways, I got rid of it. So now I cook on I cook on 2 gateways. Not because there's anything wrong with James Brooks drums. I won a gateway at the CBA World last year.
Yeah.
And then I got another one from Reagan. And matter of fact, James Brooks, he repowder coated them for me. You know what I mean? So so now I'm on 2 gateways and a Rectech.
Nice. What kind of Rectech?
The Backyard Beast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been cooking on that, and it's so easy. Cadillac and but yeah, James Brooks does still make drums. He makes some badass drums.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So but yeah, I mean on the Jambo, I was only cooking my ribs, right? So I got 600 pounds of weight on my trailer. I got to keep it lit from beginning, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
all the way till, because I finish everything in there, and it was just, man, I'm only cooking ribs on it. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing carrying this shit around? So, man, I went rec tech for the ribs. Everything else is on drums because I took my brisket off the drum because I took my brisket off the Jambo because it just wasn't working. It just stopped. I don't know what happened. I didn't change anything. It just fucking stopped. So I put it back on the drum one time, and after that, I'm like, yeah, it's staying on this fucking drum because I hadn't walked in brisket. I don't know, maybe 3-4 months, and put it on the drum and it walked. Man, it stayed on the drum.
Yep.
So
no, it's funny how these toys of ours they do roller coaster.
They do.
You know,
because when I first started on the Jambo, I loved it. It was the best thing I ever owned. It was a badass, and it still is a badass pit. It just, I don't know what happened.
It's one of those things. The barbecue gods took over and said, "Hey, move this direction."
Yeah.
Oh, Randy, what's happening, brother? Uncle Steve, what's up? Big Rome, brother Rick, what's happening? Carl Davis, what's going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Daddy Dutch was asking, and actually, I haven't heard anything on my end of the Newland signed, but maybe Eddie. James is James just building drums by himself now, or is he still doing that collab with Ryan Newland from Backline?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I know he's still doing the original drums. The Backline thing, I don't know. I don't know if they're still doing that or not. I haven't seen or heard anything of it. Maybe.
Yeah, because Dutch has one of them that they did, the Blake, the black and the neon green.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know, man. Maybe. I never got one of those. I like the original ones better.
Yeah.
Those, I know he still makes those.
Nice. Brandon Perryman, what's up? NBL, what's happening? Texas Barbecue Bash, what's up, Pat? What's happening, brother? Jeffrey Michael Sistrunk, what's up, brother? So yeah, you've had the array of cookers, and you like we said, some things cook better than others, and we all have it. We all have, use chicken as an example. We all got a chicken cooker.
Yep.
There's one thing that cooks chicken unbelievable for however our style of cooking, and there's one that always works, and that's you just stick with that, and you try different things, and it's always fun.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like new toys?
Yeah. Yep.
And you get into all that good stuff. Oh, that's fantastic. So you started coming into your own. Obviously, like you had said, you put the work in. You cooked rack after rack after rack till you finally got it right. As far as the rest of the proteins and the competition side in itself, have you taken any classes over the years, or was it just, your own persistence and, self-taught, trying different recipes, things like that?
So when I started, man, I put in probably like a year and a half to close to 2 years of just me by myself, trying my own shit and, talking to people, obviously, because I didn't know about phosphates and all this other crazy shit that people were using back then that as a backyard cook, man, you don't know about, you know what I mean? So obviously making friends, talking to people, asking questions the first I'll say 2 years. And then, man, I was consistently walking, chicken was pretty consistent. Ribs pretty consistent, but it wasn't like the same at the same time. Like, so one weekend I'll walk in chicken, one weekend I'll walk in ribs, never walked in brisket really, maybe once or twice in those 2 years, but ribs and chicken it was there. And So I got my first GC. After that, I took a class. So I took Clarence Joseph's class
Yep.
in 2019, 20. Man, it's so long. I don't know, 19 or 20. Towards the beginning, and his techniques were, oh man, it was like what? Like I mean, and really, that's what you take a class for, right? It's for techniques. If you're taking a class for recipes, man, you probably shouldn't be cooking. Sorry.
Yep. No.
But so that, I took that, his techniques, and I started using, with what I was already doing, and I started just consistently boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And then I took Phil Breeden's class. Man, of course, you have to take that class. Man, he's techniques also, great technique. Great techniques.
No,
He's a great cook. I
100%.
mean, it's one of those things where you kind of have to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
no, absolutely.
I took Phil's class, and yeah, man, I took a couple tips and tricks from him, and then I took last year. I took a KCBS class because I wanted to start, doing a lot more KCBS, and I would do good, and I do pretty good in KCBS, but man, ribs were always just not. They just didn't work for me in KCBS.
Yeah.
Man, chicken, brisket, pork, no problem. Ribs, they tell me to go eat a dick. So, and I went and took Jordan Janky Legs class last year.
Yep.
In December. So, yeah, those are the three that I've taken. So,
Nice.
Jordan's class was really for ribs, KCB. I just didn't know I don't know what the hell they were looking for. You know what I mean? Not hold back on tenderness, or too tender, or not tender enough. It was just, they do this thing where they pick it up with their hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck am I doing for, bro?
Yeah, no.
Man, it feels great. I'm like, I don't know. It feels like fucking rib to me.
Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, you see a lot of the guys like that. It's like, they'll just grab it and hold it up, and it bends a certain way, and they're like, yeah. It's done.
Yeah.
Good to go. Ready to rock. It's like, how the hell do you know that? Yeah. But it's one of those, they've been cooking long enough that they can literally cook by feel.
Yeah. And now I can do that with brisket. You know what I mean? Man, I can feel the brisket, and I'll tell you, man, it's not done, or, but with ribs, I don't know what it is about ribs. I just, now, I mean, I got it down now. That was a year ago, but Texas ribs, man, I think I do pretty good in Texas with my ribs, but man, outside of Texas, they ain't messing with it. Even my first KCBS GC, and it was before I took a class, but KCBS class, I walked in chicken, pork, and brisket. I had 11th rib. Like, it just, I still won the contest, but I didn't walk in ribs.
But you didn't get the rib,
No. So, which is cool, man. I had a first place brisket. It was cool being from Texas, you know what I mean? And at the KCBS Invitational last year, man, I had a 180 pork, a 180 brisket. My chicken was somewhere, I had a 176 score, and man, I finished 5th overall. My ribs were 94th. You know what I mean? So it's like, these fucking ribs are kicking my ass. So then I thought it was smart for me to go and take a KCBS class.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Makes it perfect sense. Stephen Pfeiffer, what's happening? Jeff is asking, commenting, he's waiting on Eddy's class. So when's the Pit Father class coming, Eddy?
It'll come. It'll come.
Be patient, folks.
It's definitely in the works. But not I probably won't be this year.
Yep. Okay.
But it'll come.
Brother Steven coming to us live from Trinidad and Tobago. What's up, brother? Yeah, there we go. But no, the classes will come. The classes will come. But yeah, but like you were saying, LC, his class and his techniques are phenomenal.
Yeah.
CJ, he's just an all around true gentleman.
Man, if Clarence decided to come back one day, that motherfucker, he'd be back. I'm pretty sure he'd be back. Just how he left. You know what I mean?
Yep. No,
He's a great cook, man.
absolutely.
Overall,
Absolutely. Now you would do a lot of different sanctioning bodies. KCBS, CBA, IBCA, Outlaw. Man, you put some miles, huh? You ain't afraid to drive it.
I ain't afraid to drive. I love driving. I got a 2024 Chevy Silverado with 82,000 miles.
Woohoo! Yeah, baby.
So, and most of them are, for cooking, for competition.
Cooking. Yep.
I mean, that's what I got the truck for.
Yeah.
I had a gas truck. I had a 2500 gas 2 years ago when I went to the Royal, and I got about 5 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
So when I came back, I told my wife, I said, man, I'm getting a diesel.
Yep. No.
She was like, but your truck is fine. I'm like, yeah, but it's gas. So I got a diesel truck for that, so I can pull and fucking drive as far as I want.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Brian Fox, talk about being out of warranty the first year.
Right.
Hey, it happens. It happens. I've been known to throw a few miles on all my vehicles too. It is what it is. It's a vehicle. What a
I'm not gonna not drive it.
Yeah.
So
it's there to do exactly that. Buddy, I got 4.9 on the way up.
Yeah.
Rough. Reggie Q, what's up, brother?
Damn. Yeah, so yeah, that's crazy. So I got like 12 miles this time, so more than doubled. But it depends on how I drive. When I'm by myself, I drive pretty decent. When I'm with Josh Hale, man, I don't know. It's like a race to get there. So luckily he had a different vehicle this year. So he was cruising 72, which was good. We got 12 miles to the gallon, sometimes 13.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
No. So out of all the, all the competitions and, the good finishes, the GCs, the RGCs, tell me what it's like to win San Antonio. Those black and gold banners, baby, they are sexy.
I'll tell you
Come
what.
on.
Just I promise you, just yesterday, I'm driving, right? We're hanging out with my niece and nephew. We're taking them to Dave & Buster's. I'm just driving. And out of nowhere, I tell my wife, I'm like, can you believe I won the fucking San Antonio rodeo? Yeah. And she's like, that's just crazy. Like, I mean, oh my God, that was probably the most like emotions I felt all at the same time. I mean, it was just, I try to think about how it felt, and I can't explain how it felt. I felt literally everything in that moment. You know what I mean? Like, obviously happiness and just everything, It was, and then everybody just overwhelmed. I mean, it was awesome. It was probably the best, one of the best days of my life after, after getting married, obviously.
Yep. Now, was it one of those ones you really had no idea about it, or did you kind of have the barbecue math going on and going, something? It's going to be close.
And everybody knew that it was me, except me. I didn't, because, and I tried, and I've told her before. I'm like, in my head, I know team names, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I know that I don't remember how many points I had, but I knew what I had. But I've seen people from my right side walk multiple times. So it's like, I don't know, let's just say Miller Lite number 1, Miller Lite number 3, Miller Lite number 4. So I don't know who's who. I just keep hearing
Yeah.
the same name and I'm like, fuck, there they go again. So that's all I'm hearing. I don't realize if it's, Fred and Bill both walking and then they're cooking for the same sponsor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had an idea. I kind of had a feeling that I did win it, but I wasn't 100% sure. So while they're calling top 10, I'm just waiting like, man, they haven't got up yet, you know what I mean? So I kind of knew, but I had a big feeling that I did, but at the same time I wasn't 100% sure. So up until I mean, all the cameras started coming up to my face, and I'm like, well, I guess it was me.
Guess it's me. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
That
No,
was awesome, man.
I remember it.
Man,
I remember watching, the videos and the pictures and everything. It's when you got it, and it's like, you just had this over. Yeah, is overjoyous even a term? But
man,
it was.
maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, I remember, man. Like the biggest thing I remember is the announcer. He said, and there's one person waiting to hear their name, and then all you hear is Phil breathing. He's like, I'm pretty sure there's 2 people waiting because my wife was right next to me. So
Oh, Phil is beautiful.
I'm looking down, like I'm not even looking up at the screen. My wife is standing next to me and she's staring at the screen. So if you see the videos, she jumps up before, like, maybe a second before I do, because they put my name up on the screen before they said it. So she read the name before I heard my name, right? Because I'm just like
Yeah.
facing back. I'm just,
Mhm.
looking at her, looking at everybody around me. So I'm not looking at the screen. So she saw the screen before I did, and yeah, it was badass, man.
Oh, good shit.
And then all
Good.
the hugs, like everybody coming up to me, and man, I ain't gonna lie, I cried a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, hey, Joe,
And then Fred's
absolutely.
up there, still crying in barbecue. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've seen you.
I seen you, brother. Your allergies kicked up a few times
Yeah,
through the
so
years,
man, it was awesome, man. And then obviously I called my mom, and when my mom answers, I fucking start crying even more, So
Yeah.
yeah, it was awesome, man. It was great. It was great.
Good, good. No, I was thrilled for you on that one. But yeah, the San Antonio, woo, that's a nice one to get. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Uh, Bobby Stewart, what's happening in North Texas? All right, let's get into the seasoning. So you came out, it's been about 3 months, 2 months, maybe. Not long, right?
Not long, not long.
Not long.
Well,
You know,
the when I put it out to the public, it's been about 3 months, but
yeah,
um, it's been out for about a year
just
for certain
different.
people. Yeah,
Certain people using
so
it
I was
certain
using
ways.
it. I had maybe three or four people using it. Um, Carl Davis being one of them, Bill Purvis being one of them. So
Hmm.
yeah, they definitely tested it and proved that it worked. So
Yeah.
uh,
No, absolutely, absolutely. So, what made you want to go that route of coming up with your own brand, own line of seasonings?
man, I want to use stuff with my name on it. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, there's great seasonings out there that I still use. But I wanted something that I like, that I had part, because I made it with a friend of mine, right, with Michelle Martinez from
Hmm.
Amp, right? So she helped me come up with this. She helped me develop it. We went back and forth, and we finally came up with it. And it was just, I wanted notes that I like, You know what I mean? Because there's certain seasonings that I would mix together to try to come up with this flavor that I was looking for. So, man, we started working on that maybe, I don't know, 3-4 months, and we had something that I thought was really good, and she was using it, I was using it, and then I gave some to Carl, and Carl said, "I'll fucking run it. I ain't scared." So he started running it, and man, Carl killed it with it. And he killed it.
Yep.
So man, I gave some to Bill. Bill started using it, and Kevin had some. So man, it was just I want to use something with my name on it, right? So that's pretty much what it was, and I didn't really think that it was gonna turn into what it did, but yeah, I guess people liked it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Like you said, you put the time and the effort, and coming, dialing it in, pulling back on this, adding that, and different insights from the different people.
Yeah.
To then fine tune it and get it out there. But no, that's great. So are they both officially available? I know the brisket vendetta is.
No, not the white one.
Do I? Okay.
White one's not available. I've given, like I said, I've given some to a couple
Mm-hmm.
people, but it's not on the website yet. I was waiting on, so I got my labels when I came back from the Royal. So I wanted
Okay.
to put it out before the Royal, but I didn't get the labels on time. I was actually gonna pick the labels up at the Royal in Kansas because the lady that makes them she's in Missouri. I was gonna pick them up there, but there was miscommunication, so they shipped them.
Uh-huh.
So I couldn't get them, but I have them now, so it'll be out soon.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so the cookies, the brisket, stacking San Antonio classes. Now, let's get into the podcast game. Yeah. How did you get mixed up with Mr. Arosha in becoming the co-host there for a bit, on and off. He's got people jumping in and out, but you've been the most consistent with him in the co-host seat of So Smoking Gooda. How'd that come about? And were you having fun with it? It was a little different if you weren't used to, doing this type of thing on a regular basis?
So I was on the show, as a guest, maybe 2 or 3 times, and then he had Josh Hill on the show as a guest, and he called me. He said, "Hey, you and Josh are boys. He's shy. You want to co-host tonight to break him out the bubble?" So I said, yeah, that's cool. Let's do it. So, I'm on there with Josh, and then I think, man, maybe that next week he called me and he's asked if I wanted to do a full-time co-host spot. Man, I guess I don't feel like I have that great of a sense of humor, but man, people seem to think that I'm pretty funny, I guess, or the way I
Yeah.
talk shit and whatnot. So he was like, "Man, I thought it was great. I thought you did a great job." Obviously, I was shy at first, and I don't know. Man, I just started kind of doing it and getting less and less shy, and man, it just started kind of coming natural, and people really love that rate my box segment, and they love it. And I talk shit, and you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. If it looks like shit, it looks like shit. You know.
Yeah. No,
So
100%. And that was where I was going to go with this with that. He started to rate my box. And, what does it feel like to be the leader of the pack or trendsetter, if you will? I know, Daddy Dutch is saying, Bobby Stewart, rate my box segment. Ryan Fox, oh shit's about to get good. Daddy Dutch, old number 7. Because you've really said it. And, just like everybody knows, like Robert Smith's, infamous put it in the box or bass boating. You know what I mean?
Man, it's just
the 7 score every time, every weekend. And Daddy Dutch, he'll vouch for it right now. He'll throw in something he's cooking for, a catering or a competition. He'll throw it in a quick text message. What do you think? I go, I give it a 7. I give it a 7. I go, oh, Eddie's coming up. But no, like I said, I like what you do. Because like you said, you do the shit talking.
Man, people send the box and they want an honest opinion. If I'm sitting here and tell you, man, it looks fucking great, bro, and it's not going to help you at all. And I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I ain't trying. And some people have taken personal. People fucking message me, man, why'd you say that about my box? Because it looks like shit, bro. What do you want me to fucking say? Look at it.
Yeah.
Now, if you think it looks good after I said that, man, that's all you, brother. Keep turning it in like that and keep getting bad appearance scores. And maybe absolutely. It tastes great. And people be like, well, it got first place. Well, that's great. It probably tastes really good, but it still looks like shit. We're rating appearance here.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and be nice and say, oh yeah, man, it looks good. Just like, man, when I'm at a contest, people bring me shit all the time. And before I try it, I asked them, I say, you want me to be honest or you want me to lie to you? I want you to be honest. All right, if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want me to tell you the truth, then don't fucking bring me shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And like you said, I appreciate, your honesty. And like you said, I don't agree with, people giving you shit for it. This is how we all improve. If we're going to sit around and blow smoke up each other's asses and give everybody 9s and 10s across the board, okay, you're not going to improve. But you get that little slap on the wrist of a 7 and go, okay, and to the point of even Rob had to get it to a certain point that if you put it a 7 or below, explain yourself.
Yeah, and I did it.
I
did a lot of explaining, and that's what would piss people off, But it's like, man, I've turned in some ugly ass barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've turned in some of the ugliest barbecue that I've ever seen. So that's why I know it can get better. But nobody told me that it looked like shit. Man, I thought it looked, man, this looks good. I ought to eat this.
Yeah.
Man, bull fucking shit. I won't eat that. Not now. I can show you some of the boxes that I've turned in before. It's hideous. So I don't feel bad.
Oh, God, yeah.
Man, I don't feel bad telling you that yours looks like shit because mine have looked like shit before. And man, it takes practice, obviously. And yes, you need somebody to tell you, hey, you should probably do this and don't do that. And don't sauce it too early. Don't sauce it too late. Blah, blah, blah. And I still show these. I show these pictures. I don't give a shit. That was my first chicken turn-in.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks like dog shit. You know what I mean? And I don't give a fuck.
Then especially my chicken. Compared to what, exactly what you're putting in now. Let me see if I can find it. I had put in, and I throw them in from time to time, boxes from my 2 very first comps, and oh my God, do I get absolutely murdered. But it's friggin' fun. Oh, here it is. Here, Eddie, here's the first ever rib box. Okay. Kind of block that out. Okay. If it's even coming right.
Man, it's not that bad.
Where the hell's no, there's chunks missing, brother.
It's kind of blurry. I can't really see it, but
yeah, it's tough. It's tough to see, but it's oversauced on a couple, absolutely. A couple chunks, fantastic. But that's what I want. I want the criticism. Come on, shit on it. Let me know why, because I'm not going to be able to get better if, oh, dude, yours is the best shit I ever tasted. It's fantastic.
And your friends
That's
and
awesome.
family are going to tell you that, you know?
No,
Your friends and family are going to be like, bro, this is the best barbecue I've ever had. And I'll tell you what, I've turned in the ugliest barbecue that I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So, man, I don't feel bad giving a score on appearance. If you're sending the box, you want this score. You're asking for it.
You know what I mean? Asking for it. No, 100%.
So yeah, and then yes, people would get mad and message me and take it personal. Bro, don't take it personal. I don't know whose fucking box that is.
Yeah.
Sometimes I did. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I had no idea whose box it was. And people would take it personal, get on the comments, talking shit, blah, blah, blah. Every time I sent my box, y'all got something to say. Well, maybe you should make some changes.
Make some changes or stop sending the fucking box in.
Yeah.
Simple as that. If you're going to sit here and cry about it, don't play the game. You know, if you're going to take it personal and get all butthurt over this stuff, don't send the picture in. Because at that point, no one's going to give you a score you're not going to like.
Exactly. And up until that point, I had no idea it was your box. And now I know that you turned in ugly barbecue.
Yeah.
You didn't have to say anything. You could have just took it and took whatever we said, because I'd give a bad score and I'd say whatever. But at the end, I'd say, man, just don't do this, or you should try this, try that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you need to listen to. You don't need to listen to all the stupid shit I just said. You need to listen to, man, the advice that I'm giving afterwards, or that Rob is giving, or whoever the guest is, because man, we're all pretty seasoned. We all know how to cook. We all know what the judges look for. So if I say, man, I could see the finishing dust, it's too grainy or whatever, think about that next time you're about to finish dust. Grind it up more. Put it in a finer shake. I mean, something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you should be listening to. Don't listen to that you got a 7.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes, I might give a lower score than it deserves, but that's just part of it.
That's part of it, like I said, you don't know whose box it is. Like you said, sometimes you do. Like, I'll know if Daddy Dutch threw a box in because I saw that box on Saturday or Sunday when he turned it in.
Yeah.
So I already have that picture on my phone, in my brain. So I knew that was his box. So of course, being boys, oh yeah, that's a 5. That's a 5.
Yeah.
Then screw you, Mags. But no, it's good stuff. But it's all in fun. But like that's
like Brian Fox said, your friends are the worst judging your food because they'll lie to you.
Absolutely.
So man, if you give your friend a bite of something, they're gonna be like, "Damn, bro, this is good. Man, what'd you do here? Blah blah blah." You know what I mean? And start hyping you up, and you're in your head, you're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker." But in reality, it's not that good. But your family is not going to tell you that. So the judge at the barbecue contest will, and you can be like, "Man, I turned in. Man, everybody at my camp said it was delicious." The judges don't know what they're talking about. Like, man, your friends are just being nice, bro.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I tell this story all the time from at my second competition. My good friend Tim Rogers from Up to Barbecue out of Vermont, and we were cooking up in Hiram, Maine, and turn-ins were done, and he had come over with a tray, and we're trying each other's stuff, and I go, yeah, here, try my pork, and so he tries it, and he goes, before you even ask, he goes, what do you think of it? And I'm like, interesting. Right with just that, what do you think of your turn-in? He very nicely, friendly, brotherly, politely called me out.
Yeah.
Made me personally accountable for what it was. I go, well, I think I could have taken it it was a little tight.
Yeah.
Had a little bit too much of a chew. I could have took it I think I pulled it a little too early. I could have let it go another, 15 minutes or so and hit that. He goes, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that all will always stick with me.
Yeah.
That he made it so I was the first one accountable for what I turned in.
Yep.
Not, this is fantastic. And Buddy Northrup is the same way. Me and Buddy, we spent a ton of time this past year on the couple that he came up here with, and just sitting there, literally just sitting there shooting the shit, talking barbecue and talking techniques and tips, tricks, and then finally when the turn-ins were here, and you should have did a little bit of this, or you should have did this with the au jus, or a little lighter. It's just those tips from a competitor who wants your best.
Yeah.
Because it's the old iron sharpens iron.
Oh, absolutely.
I want your absolute best, because if I'm sliding.
So nobody's seen this before, right? So what you just said, right? Iron sharpens iron. So whoever's watching is about to see it. So my bottle hasn't came out yet, right? It's this one. So man, I don't know what you believe or don't believe, but that's on my bottle. So that's the iron sharpens iron right there.
No,
that's one of my favorite. You know what I mean?
Yo, no, absolutely.
But yes, absolutely. And there's some people, you try their food and it tastes like dog shit. You spit it out in front of their face, like spit it out at their face. You know what I mean? And I have this one guy, man, he lives in Missouri or Mississippi. Man, I think it's Mississippi. This fucking dude, he thinks he's a good cook. I think his name's West.
West?
Man.
Yeah. I think I've heard of that West guy.
Man, I don't know. It might be his first season ever. I don't know. But man, he tends to bring me his shit and it's fucking disgusting, right? So, but anyways, back to
Hi, Wes. What's up, brother?
Speaking of West, man, I got this video that I'm gonna send you that you should probably post it on here. Can you do that? Are you able to do stuff like that? If I send you a video, would you be able to stream it live? Because I'm getting tired of this.
I have no idea how to do that right now.
Well, it's from the Royal, right? So we're hanging out at Blues Hog, and West is there. And now you know what? I think I'll let him slide this time. Next comment. If he says something else, I'm showing the video. I've been blackmailing him with this video since the Royal. So
Jesus Christ, get ready, hit play, Eddie. Eddie's the only guy that's given me COVID from his turn-in meat.
All right.
Shit.
Let's see. Where's this video at?
Oh, that's funny, Wes.
We'll do it in slow motion. So there's.
Wait, what did he say? Wait, I posted before you bright the video.
He said before I brought up the video. Man, I probably won't post it. I'll hold on to it for a little bit longer. It's a good video. Whenever it comes out.
Good thing you got to have some things in the back pocket, brother. You got to keep those bullets around.
Nah, man, Wes is my boy. I love Wes. But I do have a video.
No. This is great, people. Absolutely. Absolutely. There he goes. I love you, pimp.
Nah, that's my boy. Love Wes, man.
No, absolutely.
But absolutely. Like we were saying, it's just, man, you got to, if you're going to bring somebody your food to try, you got to trust them that they're going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Man, Wes, when I cook next to Wes, he cooks, he's a seasoned KCBS cook. I'll take him my shit. I'm like, bro, what do you think as a KCBS, from a KCBS point of view, what do you think? Be honest. And usually, and when he didn't like my brisket at Danny Dietz, he told me he was honest about it. He said, man, there's something about it. It just, texture's good. this is good, but man, there's something in the taste that is just in the injection. You can taste it in the meat, whatever. And man, sure enough, the brisket didn't walk. And I after he said that, I tasted it and I'm like, man, this motherfucker's right. I could taste it now. You know what I mean? So I took that out of my injection and the flavor disappeared. So it's good to have people that will be honest with you.
Oh yeah, no.
And maybe I've hurt somebody's feelings before. And man, if you don't want me to tell you the truth, don't bring me your shit.
That's it. No, 100%. I couldn't agree more. You know, like you said, I want to improve. So if my stuff sucks, please do me the favor. Tell me my shit sucks. You know, he scratched my trailer on the walk back from my comment. Oh God. He's pushing it. He's pushing it.
He's
like I said a couple weeks when Wes was on. He's the best button pusher. I think he's one of the best button pushers out there.
And what sucks is like, well, it doesn't suck, but what's great is that, man, he has him fucking in the chamber. He's ready to fire off.
Oh yeah,
like instantly.
Yep.
That motherfucker. He's pretty good at talking shit.
Yeah, no, I tell everybody, and I told him that day a couple weeks back when he was on the show. He could be a stand-up comedian. His comedic timing
it's perfect.
Is perfect. Right when it needs to be a zing bang, and he's got it there.
Yeah, he has it locked in.
100%.
We're sitting 100%. We're at the Royal, and his daughter comes out. I had never met his daughter, and he's like, you know, hey, have you ever met? This is Eddy, blah blah. This is Mr. Eddy, whatever. And then he goes, yeah. What did he? I don't know. Remember how he said it, but he pretty much said that I was I did their yard. It's like, oh, this is Eddy. He does our yard.
Oh shit!
It was funny.
Oh, Wes, Jesus!
All right, keep it up, bro. Keep it up.
Nice.
He's pretty fucking good with the comebacks, man. We were sitting there at Danny Dietz, and some guys were talking about a cheesecake, but like a literal cheese, right? Like slice of cheese, American cheesecake. And he's telling us how, you have to melt the cheese however the fuck you want to melt it. Melt a slice of cheese. And then Wes's wife was like, can you melt it on the stovetop? And then Wes was like, and you can melt it in your pocket as long as you melt that motherfucker. And my wife, she still talks about that fucking. I'm like, man, hey, he fucking idiot.
Oh, anyway, that's
enough
awesome.
Interruptions from Mississippi.
So Eddy, we're at the end of the year. The holidays are coming. Everyone's going to get, busy and all that. But, January's right around the corner. What do you have in store for the barbecue world this coming 2026? Any goals you're setting, or couple different contests you might not have ever done, or what's the next year looking like for you?
Next year, well, this year, man, I ain't done. We don't finish in Texas, right? So
no,
man. Next Thursday, I'm flying out to Vegas. I'm going to do that contest in Vegas.
Okay.
The weekend after that, coming back doing the last CBA contest. I think it's in Bandera. Last one of the season, and then we'll start back up. Hit Uvalde for the Crossroads.
Yeah.
Man, January, fuck, we got San Antonio. February, we got Houston. So I've won Austin Rodeo, I've won San Antonio Rodeo, and man, obviously the goal for this year is to win Houston Rodeo.
Houston.
Which is, man, I'm sure that's everybody else's goal, but man, it's my third time on Champions Row.
Yeah.
So, man, I want to win that motherfucker. I ain't, I don't know if you know this, but I don't drink anymore.
Yeah,
Man, I haven't
no,
drank in over 6 months. And
good for
appreciate it.
you, brother. Good for you. Stay the course. Absolutely.
Man, there's a lot of things that I've changed in my life. Recently, man, in April, Resurrection Sunday this year, my wife and I we gave our lives to the Lord. We got baptized and
Yep.
man, just made a lot of changes in life, and I don't know, I'm more focused now.
Yep.
Uh, when it comes to cooking, I ain't staying up drinking. I ain't staying up late. I'm focused. If I'm cooking, man, I'm there to fucking cook. I ain't there to bullshit. And man, I got obviously, hang out with friends, do whatever, do some little shit talking. But man, I'm there for one reason and one reason only. I need to fucking win this contest. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where my mindset is and will be, starting next year. And we'll see, man. That's kind of my goal is to keep doing what I'm doing.
Amen, brother.
And
Amen.
I'll be at the Jack this year. Guarantee it. Next year,
All
sorry.
right.
Guarantee it.
All right. I like it. I like the positivity.
So
Like
those are
the
my
drive.
goals.
Absolutely.
And really all I could do is just try my best at what I do. You know what I mean?
That's it.
That's it.
Keep sharpening that iron, baby.
That's it. That's it.
Well, brother, thank you so much for your time. This was a blast. I enjoyed hearing the story of you coming up and the a couple different things I didn't know about you. So thank you so much for giving me and all the viewers and listeners the insight on who you are and where you're coming from. All the best coming up. Like you said, with the with you drinking the 6 months, stay the course, brother. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, sir.
That's it's not an easy thing.
No.
Especially in the game we play. It's everywhere, but to be able to stay focused and no, we're good. We're here for a reason, and and you honestly, you don't need it. I don't want to sit here and preach to the friggin' choir, but I was always, I was a big drinker. I was a party guy, and then 16 years ago, my little girl was born. It was either diapers or beer money.
Yeah.
I was going to get a lot further with diapers than I was going to get with beer money.
Oh yeah.
And it was, yeah, I don't miss it.
Yeah. No,
Don't
man.
miss it.
I was and I used to not like talking about it, but man, I don't care. I'm open now. Man, I've changed a lot of things, and man, I was an alcoholic. I drank every day. Not just drank every day, man. I got fucked up every day. You know what I mean? And driving home drunk and just not remembering how I got home. It was just turned into, man, I don't know. It just wasn't. It didn't feel good. My wife and I started going to church. Got really into the church. Started reading the Bible and just and I told her, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna stop drinking. I'm not gonna stop doing this. I'm not gonna stop doing that. And man, eventually, like as time went on, these things just kind of started leaving on their own. You know what I mean? So, especially with the drinking, it was just if I do drink again, and I'm not saying that I'm never gonna drink again, but I will say this: I don't plan on getting drunk again.
No.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
So,
no,
and that's just
absolutely.
what it is. And man, everybody has their own beliefs and whatever, and I ain't pushing anything on anybody, but that's just what's going on in my life. And man, I'm the happiest that I've been ever, so
yeah, like I said, I'm not, I don't say that, I don't drink. I really don't. I'll have, at a cook off, I'll have a couple beers with the boys on a Friday night or Saturday night, but I've never been drunk at a cook off. I've never been buzzed at a cook off. But it's like I said, I'm there to do that. And other than that, give me my unsweet tea, and
There you go.
I'm a happy man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I'll
I
drink
want to
sparkling
get
water and unsweet tea. Man, you know what? I did start drinking. Well, not start drinking, but I found these non-alcoholic Bush,
yeah.
and because I didn't drink. Well, not only did I drink to get drunk, but I love beer. I love how it tastes.
Mhm.
Man, I think it's delicious. Man, it's refreshing. So I did miss the beer taste. So I've tried the Michelobs. I've tried all the ones, that are non-alcoholic, and they all taste like shit. But the Bush, the Bush one, that tastes pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So at the Royal this year, I was drinking that non-alcoholic Bush in a koozie, and I felt normal because I didn't have people coming up. You ain't drinking. Why ain't you drinking? Blah, blah, blah. Man, I had a fucking, and it tastes good in my head. Man, I'm having a beer, so
That's it.
it's good,
That's
man.
it.
Pretty good,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate you having me, brother.
Oh, Eddie, I appreciate you, brother. I'm looking forward to the time we can put hands together and finally be face to face and really chop it up for a good old time. But like I said, I appreciate your time.
I plan on heading up to your area this next year. So
let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. Where can everybody find you social media wise, website, the whole nine?
Yeah, so social media at the Pit Father. At the Pit Father on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I think YouTube. At the Pit Father. And then my seasonings are on www.thepitfatherbbq.com. That's where you can find this one, a brisket vendetta.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you eventually will find this one.
All right.
So yeah, that's that's it.
No, sweet. And like you said, I forgot the one thing, your YouTube channel. First off, thank you. I've learned so much of technique and a couple different things I didn't know from a lot from your trimmings.
Nice.
Especially your brisket trimming video was fantastic. The ribs were awesome. But all your videos, they're great.
Thanks,
they're at the level, nice, easy, understanding. The little trick you took on the half chickens.
Yeah.
Putting your thumbs in and popping right on the money. And I never knew that. Then you said with the it's like, son of a bitch, you was right. All right.
That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. And I know I'm not as consistent probably with the videos, with those long videos as I should be. Man, even at the contest, I put my camera out and I just never hit record.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I definitely need to stay on top of that. I'm actually going to do another brisket video, more of a KCBS brisket trim, because to me, I do them different, way different. So
cool, brother. Cool. But like I said, brother, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And let's plan on meeting up this year, brother.
Yeah, sounds good, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Get you into some of the cooler weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I love it. My wife ain't a big fan of the cold, but man, I love me some cold. I was telling her, man, I said you could put on layers when it's 1,000 degrees out here in Texas. Man, there's only so much you can take off before.
So much you can take off. Yeah. Yeah. No. But Eddie, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Stay on the path, brother. And you're the man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to meet you. So hang on 1 second and I'll jump in real quick with you just before. But thank you all for tuning in. Mr. Eddy Morales, the Pit Father himself. Great interview, great conversation. Like I said, guys, literally check his YouTube page out. The trimming videos and the videos he's got in there, extremely informative. Pay attention, nice little tricks you can pick up. Watch them a few times, you'll catch a little something different each time. But check that out. Thank you all for tuning in. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. And like I said, on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, notification bell. You have all the episodes of the show right there. Like I said, Facebook deleting everything after 30 days. But on the YouTube side, episode 1 to episode 385. Pick a number and you'll find it. On all the audio platforms, Spotify, iTunes, the whole nine. If you want to listen, we're on all of them. Any questions, please send it to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. Like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. Next week, Brother Al Infante of Magnus Chef Gloves and Products will be joining me, ready to kick off the holiday season. He's got a couple new products, a new beautiful apron that works with the Magnus Chef and Freedom gloves. So he has the magnets right on the side to take them in and out. Good quality stuff. New wooden cutting boards. But we'll get into the entire Magnus Chef line, what he's got working and coming out. But that's next week. Thank you all for tuning in. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.